Good morning, Martina here. Thanks for checking in again. I promised you last week I'm gonna show you how to make a smoky bean and kale hash. I had some leftover beans in the fridge, I had some fresh kale in the fridge, and sometimes it's not easy to come up with a new thing and have it tasty. I try to get greens in my diet as often I can. Sometimes it doesn't work out so much, but it did. So I did this a couple days ago, and I just have a couple hours left until I have to until I have to leave the house. And so I thought I'd take the chance and do the right thing. Just heating up my pan, and it's nice and bubbly, the water, so now I know I can use it for my stir frying. I saute my onions first, and whenever I see some brown spots on the bottom and I have the feel it is getting too dark, I add some water to it. That's all it is. If you have a good pot or pan, you don't have to worry about burning too much, about sticking to the bottom of the pan. It worked out really well, and I'm just doing it until I think it's brown enough. Whenever you add water to the pan, it loosens up the flavors from the dark part, and it gets infused into your onions. It makes it everything so yummy. Now we're gonna add my flavors. I have here some liquid smoke. I think it's about 7 drops, maybe a 1/4 teaspoon. I didn't measure it in teaspoons. And then I add more water to it, and you just do as you do. You can't make any mistakes. It's your food. I don't have a recipe for it. I just imagine what I would put in and I do it. Here's some garlic. I chopped up a garlic. If you like the garlic flavor and you'll eat lots of it, add more. This is only one big clove, and there's no limit to it, how many you like. The whole meal to cook, I chopped up all the veggies ahead of time. So this would take me, the sauteing, about 10-12 minutes. It really depends how dark you like it. Now I'm adding my kale. This is about 4 cups of finely chopped kale. It looks like a lot, but trust me, it will go down so much. I wish I had more. I do use kale also for my smoothies, but I don't have a smoothie every day. I don't want to drink my calories, I like to eat them. So this is another way of getting the kale into your body. Always a little bit more water to loosen up the bottom parts. Yeah, it goes so nice. I'm playing around with the temperature of my stove all the time. Here I'm adding some pepper, some cayenne powder, some paprika. I think that was only a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne powder. Next time I probably would like to add a little bit more. And here's a little bit more liquid smoke. It smells just incredible when you add that to your food. It really infuses everything with a nice smoky flavor. I would like to know, how do you eat your greens? How do you make, what do you do with your kale when you have fresh kale? Do you have a specific favorite recipe? Let me know. I'm really interested. If you know somebody who makes an amazing kale recipe, add a link to it in the down with the comments. I always like to get comments. I'm just starting, so let me know who's your favorite cook, who inspires you to do the better thing. 2 tablespoons of tomato paste and some water to thin it out. If you don't have tomato paste, you might have some leftover tomato sauce from some nights before. Use that. This is edamame beans. I decided last minute, so they're not really totally thawed out yet. What the heck, it doesn't matter. If you don't have any edamame in your freezer, you can use some corn, green peas, chopped up bell peppers, mushrooms, whatever you can imagine. And 2 more tablespoons of tomato paste. Of course, more water. If you don't have liquid smoke, you can always add, to have a different flavor on it, some tamari. My beans. I cannot tell you what the weight of the beans is. It was about 4 cups. And this I found in the grocery store. I was so happy about it. This is frozen cauliflower rice. So it's lightly, I assume it's lightly steamed cauliflower, lightly steamed cauliflower and then riced, put through a ricer. I have it in my freezer and I add it to whenever I want some extra crunchiness into it. I add it mostly to the end of the cooking so it doesn't get too soft, because then the cauliflower will just disappear and you don't even know it's in there. I did add more edamame beans to it. Some salt. If you don't like salt, you can thin out some miso paste with a little bit water, and you can add that to it. You can, as I said, tamari sauce, soy sauce a little bit. I'm not worried too much about my salt intake. I don't do it with every meal, so once in a while I just enjoy the flavor. At the end I add a little bit lemon juice. Please let me know how you like this recipe. As I said before, what would you like to cook with your greens? How do you cook your greens? If you like it, you know what to do. Put your thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe in the bottom. Here I had some soy curls in the oven, and I thought it would be nice to just add them on top of it. And there you go. It was my little snack on the side and it was really good. So thank you so much for looking at my video. With all the stuttering and the mistakes with my words, I hope you figured it out how it all goes. Otherwise, I will see you next week with a new video. I try to get them out once a week. And so I wish you a wonderful day. See you again. And until then, cheers.